Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
Coming up in just a bit, we're going to play our interview with Frankie Campbell from K&R Auto Sales, your friend in the car business.
Look at that.
He actually shares his story about his first ever car sale and how he got that tagline.
Oh, there you go.
45 years ago.
A short 45
years. 45 years, yes. So that is coming up, but before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Wednesday, May 13th.
Maine Game Warden Joshua Tibbetts of New Gloucester was killed in a plane crash in the woods of Avon yesterday morning. Tibbetts was piloting the plane and the only person on board. The cause of the crash is unknown. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife said, "This is a devastating loss for the Maine Warden Service, our department, and the people of Maine." Tibbetts was 50 years old and served as a game warden for 18 years.
Lewiston voters rejected the $130 million school budget. Over 2,500 residents turned out to vote as the measure fell short by 371 votes. The turnout far exceeded last year's vote and even beat out 2024 when more than 2,200 residents showed up to pass a budget on the third try. Despite eliminating 26 positions, this year's budget represents a 10% increase over the current year's spending plan.
The Franco Center in Lewiston announced the appointment of Dr. Claude Barabee to its board of directors. Barabee brings decades of experience in education, military service, and public policy, along with deep roots in the Lewiston-Auburn community.
And the Lewiston Live Busking Festival returns this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. The city will close down a section of Lisbon Street from Ash to Main Streets and transform the area into a vibrant open-air stage featuring street performers, musicians, entertainers, and more. The family-friendly event is free to attend, and there is also free parking at the Oak Street and Centerville garages. Now it's time for the weather.
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
Cloudy with scattered showers today. We'll have a high of 51 and a low of 34. Cloudy with afternoon and evening rain tomorrow, high of 59 and low of 47. Rain continues into Friday afternoon. It'll be cloudy with a high of 58 and low of 48. But the weekend looks... knock on wood.
The weekend looks promising. I'm seeing sunshine and temps in the mid-70s. Let's hope. In sports, we have some good news and bad news when it comes to the Red Sox. They only allowed 2 runs to the Philadelphia Phillies. Unfortunately, the Red Sox only scored 1 run.
Which means they lost.
They lost. The offensive juggernaut that is the Boston Red Sox couldn't beat the Phillies. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant offensive juggernaut. They'll play again tonight at 6:45 in Boston.
The Central Maine Community College baseball team's season came to an end with yesterday's 6-4 loss to Miami Hamilton. The Mustangs compiled an impressive 27-10 record and went 1-2 in the USCAA Small College World Series.
Not a bad season for our Mustangs.
Yeah, good for them. Sorry that they're out now, but hey.
They made it to the national tournament.
That's not bad.
Had a chance to win it all. On the high school scoreboard in girls lacrosse, Edward Little edged out Lincoln Academy 8-7.
And in girls tennis, Oak Hill beat Carabec 4-1.
And that is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for Famous People Birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for May the 13th, shall we?
Sure, why
All
not?
right.
We got any good?
I think so, compared to what it's
I
been.
know, some days it's like, wah, wah.
Some days it's a battle.
Snoozer. Not today.
We're going to start off with Robert Pattinson today, who is 40 years old. You might know him as Edward Cullen in the Twilight Saga.
I couldn't find it, but I was like, isn't he the one?
He's the one.
Yeah, he's the one.
So, Pam, were you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I could not get into that series. We tried. We even gave it second and third shots.
Wow.
And I just, no.
Yeah.
I didn't read the books, though, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
you were Team I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. Harry Potter, on the other hand, he was in Harry Potter.
He was.
He died in Harry Potter, though.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Sorry.
For a movie that's 21 years old.
Yeah.
He also played Batman in The Batman.
He did?
That came out in 2022.
Yeah, nobody saw that one.
Nobody. Darius Rucker is 60 years old. He's the frontman and rhythm guitarist for Hootie and the Blowfish, a band he founded in 1986 with 3 of his college buddies at the University of South Carolina.
They did all right.
They did just fine. Yeah, and then Darius went solo, and now he's a country music artist.
He went wagon wheel.
Yeah, who saw that coming?
I didn't.
Me neither. Comedian Stephen Colbert, 62 years old today.
Not Colbert?
No, it's Colbert.
I know. You just seem to read everything, so
Oh, I got you. I loved his show, The Colbert Report. Did you see that on Comedy? That's how they pronounced it on Comedy Central. Yeah. He got a start on The Daily Show and then went off to star in The Colbert Report and then took over for David Letterman.
There you go.
On The Late Show.
He hasn't done too shabby.
Not at all. How about this? Stevie Wonder is 76 years old today. Absolute musical legend.
Legend.
Yep. Songs in the Key of Life. That album just launched him into the stratosphere. And for my money, no better Stevie Wonder song than Superstition.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
don't know if I have a favorite one. I feel like I could listen to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just that good.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Songwriters Hall of Fame, Presidential Medal of Freedom. And rounding out FPBs for May the 13th is Harvey Keitel, who is 87 years old today. He plays a lot of tough guys in the movies. He's very big with the Martin Scorsese movies. He was in Taxi Driver and Mean Streets and The Last Temptation of Christ and The Irishman. And then Quentin Tarantino caught wind of how awesome Harvey Keitel is, and he put him in Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. He was Winston Wolfe in Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy you call.
Even John Travolta was scared of him.
Yes. Woo. Yeah. And Sam Jackson.
Yes.
I mean, if you can scare both of those guys, you're pretty intimidating.
Yep.
Yeah, Harvey Keitel, just a legend in the acting world. And what a great character Winston Wolfe was,
Yes.
right? He probably had, 4 minutes of screen time and so memorable.
Yep.
If I'm curt with you, it's because time is a factor. I think fast, I talk fast, and I need you guys to act fast if you want to get out of this. So, pretty please, with sugar on top, clean the car.
Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
8 years ago in 2018, Margot Kidder died at her Montana home at 69. She played Lois Lane in the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
She was a great Lois Lane.
She was. I would say one of the best.
Yeah, that first Superman movie was pretty flawless.
Yeah. Christopher Reeve got over doing those, though. He hated doing 3, 4, 5. Really? How many were there? Yeah. I watched the Christopher Reeve documentary, and when you get to 5, you're like, okay, the Fast and Furious movies. Oh my God.
You're like, look, I don't need the money.
20 years ago, in 2006, Aretha Franklin received an honorary doctorate of music from Boston's Berklee College.
Talk about RESPECT.
Yeah, she's got it.
She does. Aretha's a powerhouse.
She is. 22 years ago, in 2004, Frasier aired its final episode. 22 years ago?
Were you a fan of Frasier?
I didn't consistently watch it, but I watched it here and there.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, Kelsey Grammer?
Yes, Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
I always thought he was a pretty good actor.
Yeah. He was
Cheers.
great. Yeah, he was great in
All that.
Cheers.
Yeah. 32 years ago, in 1994, Johnny Carson made the final TV appearance of his life on The Late Show with David Letterman. Johnny had always wanted Dave to replace him on The Tonight Show.
Unfortunately, it was not to be.
It didn't happen, did it?
Got that Jay Leno guy instead.
41 years ago, in 1985, Bruce Springsteen married Julianne Phillips in a secret ceremony. They divorced nearly 4 years later, probably not so secretly.
No. No, I think that made all the tabloids.
Of course. People love the bad news. 56 years ago, in 1970, the Beatles' movie Let It Be premiered in New York. I've never seen that.
Me neither. I was never a huge Beatles guy.
They grew on me. I didn't like them for the longest time, and now I have an appreciation for them.
Yeah.
But, 162 years ago, in 1864, the first soldier was buried at Arlington Cemetery. He was a Confederate prisoner of war who died at a local hospital, so they buried him on the grounds of the estate that was being used as the Union headquarters. A little history for you.
Yeah.
And 180 years ago, in 1846, the U.S. declared war on Mexico.
How dare
Hey,
they?
Tacos and margaritas, guys. Come on.
Yeah, just
What is there to argue about?
a week after Cinco de Mayo. What were we thinking?
I don't know. We weren't.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for May the 13th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Looking for a vehicle but don't love the car shopping experience? At K&R Auto Sales on Center Street in Auburn, Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. That means no pressure, honest conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your budget and your life. Stop by K&R Auto Sales today and see how easy buying a car can feel when you've got a friend on your side.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
We are joined in studio by salesman extraordinaire for K&R Auto, Frankie Campbell. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I tell you what, it's a beautiful day out there, especially if you're a duck. It's a little overcasted.
Frankie, how long have you been with K&R?
This September, I'll be with K&R Auto Sales for 2 years.
But you have been selling cars a long, long time.
September will be 45 years.
45 years
Yes,
putting
sir.
people in cars.
Yes, sir.
And not only that, making friends,
Making dreams.
helping them make informed decisions, and handing over the keys to something that they can be proud of.
Yes, sir. Seeing that, taking a picture of a customer with their new car with a natural smile on their face.
That's right.
It means everything to me.
45 years of experience in car sales. Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. Frankie, what is it about you that makes you so good at your job?
Well, because I care about people, and when I got in the car business 45 years ago, I was trained by an elderly gentleman, and he took me to lunch and says, I'm going to train you over lunch. I said, oh boy, I bet I'm going to get trained in an hour. And he told me, he says, Frankie, if you don't lie, you don't have to remember what you said. If you tell somebody something, you better do it. And then if you don't pressure them, they're going to go up to the next car dealership and get the crap pressured out of them. They're going to come running back to you, begging for you to wait on them. It's true.
Tell us what is happening over at K&R Auto Sales right now. What's on the lot, and what can folks expect when they pull in?
Well, we got a little bit of everything. Our owner, Richard, he goes out and buys all of our cars, hand picks them all. You know, he just brought in a really nice high-dollar Corvette that we're selling at a very fair price. And we got a little bit of everything for whatever budget that you have. As long as it passes that safety inspection, we'll help people out with it. If it's not worthy of the pass inspection, we don't want it on our lot.
Because that means trouble for your
Yes,
customers.
Yes, sir.
You can find K&R Auto online at kandrautosales.com. It's a fantastic website. You guys have multiple photos and information of all the vehicles on your lot. You also have an I'm interested in section where you can select the year, the body style, the price range. You have vehicles for under $10K
Yes,
on the
sir.
lot.
That's kind of unheard of anymore, Mark.
Yes.
I tell you what, the $10,000 vehicle is the old, when I was growing up, the $1,000 vehicle.
Right.
And we make sure all these cars go through a 130-point inspection. If the tires, brakes, belts, hoses, all the safety features are under 70%, we just replace it. That way there's no hard feelings after the sale. And, a customer don't have to go out and spend money on a car before they even have it registered.
Is there a trend in car sales right now as far as what customers are buying?
A lot of people's buying cars that's affordable from like $16,000, $17,000 under, and we have a whole line of SUVs and trucks and cars. We got a lot of SUVs that we pride ourselves on selling for $15,000, $16,000. They got decent miles. They're all-wheel drive, and they accommodate the customer.
And if folks want a truck, you got them covered.
We got trucks in everybody's budget, whether it's a mid-sized truck or a plow truck. We've got it all at K&R Auto Sales.
What are some of the misconceptions that people have about car salesmen that you can
that they're pushy, they lie, they cheat, they steal. It's hard to find somebody that takes pride in their job and listens to that customer and find out their wants and needs and put them in what they want and what they need at the budget that they've got set aside for them. Because the last thing you want to know, 6-8 months down the road when you're out eating dinner somewhere and you ask them, hey, how's your Chevy Traverse doing? And they say, well, it got repoed. We couldn't afford it. Then at that point, I didn't do my job. That's something that I kind of pride myself in, is putting people in what they can afford.
About how many vehicles do you have on the lot right now?
About 250.
Oh, my goodness.
And we've got quite a few down at our detail shop. We outsource a lot of our work. If it's a Kia or a Hyundai or something, we'll take them to the Kia and Hyundai stores, to get fixed with the genuine parts that they're supposed to have on them.
Where are these vehicles coming from? Are they like trade-ins? Are you getting them at auctions?
They're new car trade-ins. Our owners got a very good rapport built with a lot of new car dealerships. Mm-hmm. Like we get a lot of cars that go to a Tesla dealership in Boston. They will only put Teslas on their lot. So if they get a Chevy Tahoe, they'll call our owner and say, here, I got this, and this. Yep. Do you guys want to bid on it? And our owner will give them a fair price, and we have them shipped in to us, and we run them through our inspection.
Speaking of Teslas, do you find or do you get a lot of inquiries about EV vehicles and hybrids?
Well, about a year and a half ago, we were getting quite a few. I think it's kind of quiet down a little bit. I don't think they're the most desirable vehicle that people thought they was. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's such a cool idea anymore.
I was just reading an article where AAA did a survey. Not only did a survey, AAA did some research on EV vehicles, and they found that in extreme climates like we have here in the state of Maine and they have down in the southern states where it's wicked hot, the EV vehicles don't perform as well.
Right. I agree. I think I saw the same article you did.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been at K&R for going on 2 years, and I think I've sold one EV vehicle since I've been there. It's just, I can't remember the last time I took a phone up and somebody asked me, do you have EV vehicles?
Right. Who doesn't want to, save a few bucks on gas and help the planet and all that stuff? But
sure.
If I'm getting in my car in January and it runs on batteries and those batteries aren't working because it's 15 below in the state of Maine.
And it'll go to take you to work about 20 miles an hour. And,
right. Yeah. You know, Jacey's not going to stand for that.
No, because she don't look like the type that's late for anything.
No, Jacey, she needs to bury that pedal and get to work on time.
Typically because I am late.
I was trying to help, Jacey.
I'll get here on time, but
Yeah. She can't keep Vinny and Lydia waiting.
yeah, no.
No.
Vinny expects me at a certain time in
That's
the morning.
right.
If I'm not here,
He won't-
he gets upset.
He won't stand for it.
No, he won't.
Well, I'm pretty sure Pam won't either, but
And Frankie, you are a member of BNI.
yes, sir. In Missouri, where I came from, I was BNI regularly, so.
We have guests frequently on this show that are members of BNI, and I was wondering if you could share a little bit about what BNI means to you and what it does for your business.
Yes, it's a networking group that I tell you what, the Androscoggin chapter that me and Pam belong to, it's a very loyal chapter. I think everybody in the chapter wants to see everybody in our chapter succeed. It's not about just them. It's about the group in a whole, and it's like if we get a member that decided that BNI ain't for them, I kind of pray for them and wish them good luck after that, because I think what BNI does for people, it makes the whole process good for you. I enjoy BNI and what it does for people.
It's a great group of people, too.
It is.
I think it's one of the largest chapters, if not the largest chapter in the state.
I believe it is the largest
So,
one.
largest chapter in the state. And JC and I have filled in for Pam on occasion. It's a great group of people. And
Yep,
they look
it
out for
is.
each other and they help each other.
Hey, there's your friend in the car business train going by.
That's
right?
it right there?
Yep.
I hope our listeners can hear that in the background. You know what we got to do, Frankie? We got to come up with a theme song for you.
Oh, boy.
Your friend in the car business. JC, we got to get working on that.
All right.
Yeah, JC, that would be your job, JC.
You know we're big on the songs here and the jingles and what have you. So
Yeah,
maybe,
I listen to you guys' podcasts a lot.
and you share it a lot too, which we so
Yes.
appreciate. Thank you for that.
Don't be a butthead if you don't buy from Frankie, your friend in the car business.
There it is.
I hope you
got
didn't
it.
record. I hope you didn't record that.
Can I put that on the end of your commercial?
I don't care. Mark, I'm probably the easiest person to get along with in the whole world.
I know. That's why we love you here.
Yeah.
And we see you just about every Tuesday at Burnt Ends Barbecue. You swing
Yes,
by
sir.
for trivia, right?
Yes, sir. Well, you made me feel really welcome last night, and I think I finally talked the owner into purchase some Coors Light.
Yeah. Now, what is up with that? They have Coors Light on draft, but you drink it out of the bottle.
Yes, sir. I used to weigh 440 pounds.
Stop it.
No, I'm serious. And 9 years ago, I had gastric bypass. Wow. So now I weigh like 204. All that carbonation, that's why I don't drink soda. The carbonation just makes your stomach bloat up. Yeah. And it's very uncomfortable. So
yeah.
that's why I don't drink draft beer. Coors Light in a bottle or a can.
Or can.
I frequent out there at the golf course with Chad, my buddy.
Oh, yeah,
and,
at Apple Valley.
yes, sir. And
Hopper's Pub.
they're not allowed to have bottles at the golf course, but they keep cans in there for me, and that's a pretty good gig out there too.
Yeah, you know why they can't have bottles on the golf course? Because of people like me.
Well, yeah, you get mad and instead of throwing your club, you throw your bottle of beer.
No, when I'm done throwing my clubs, then I grab the beers and I start throwing them. Everything's got to go, Frankie.
I guarantee.
Careful, you're next to Mark. You're next.
I would bet my bottom dollar you're a lot better than I am.
I don't know about
I'm the
that.
worst golfer in the known of man.
You know, I've only played golf a handful of times, and Steve is putting me on his team for the tournament.
Stop.
next month.
Oh my
I
goodness.
warned him, and he said, it'll be fine. Just have a couple drinks, and you'll be fine.
Well, that's what it's all about.
I'm like,
Well-
you're going to have to bring me playing so you can see what you signed up for before this whole thing. I'm a little nervous for how embarrassing this is going to be.
Well, you know the beauty of it. It's probably a tournament with like a scramble format where you're going
Yeah.
to play best ball.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about a thing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Frankie, what else should folks know about you and K&R Auto Sales?
Well, I'm going to take this time. We got a good crew there at K&R Auto Sales, and Jim Joyce is our finance director. I've been doing this a long time, and I have to say he is the most genuine finance director I've ever worked with, because he's got a heart too. And, you know, I'll bring him some K&amp, and there's just not much there. And I tell you what, he talks the banks into doing stuff they normally won't do, because, you know, he'll talk to my customer and explain to him, hey, this person just had a little bit of bad luck here or there. And he'll get the banks to take a chance with them. And, you know, 99% of the time, it works out for the great, you know, for everybody. Yeah. And our management at K&R is real good. John, we got a good shop. They take pride in what they do, and we got a good bunch there.
Before we move on to our final segment, Frankie, I also want to thank you for choosing to spend some advertising dollars with this podcast.
Well, you know, I went to my boss, and I really feel good about it, because I came in as a guest and did a podcast, and the positive vibes that I got off of it, it was through the roof. So why wouldn't I want to spend some money and get those vibes year round? Yeah. You know, I think it'll help me. I got like 3-4 years to go, and I want to spend my last 3 or 4 years meeting more and more and more people and making more dreams come true.
You're a gem, Frankie.
Oh, yeah.
You're a gem. So
I'm like that rusty nickel.
We truly appreciate that. I saw that the order come through, and I was like, Frankie Campbell.
Yeah.
He's the man. Last time you were here, we heard the story of the first car you ever sold.
Yes.
You never forget that, right?
I will never forget
It's
that.
like your first love.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
How about,
I'm still tasting those 2 dozen chocolate chip cookies.
That's what happens when you do a good job, Jacey. You get cookies.
Yeah, I begged for chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. Can you just sum up that story for Jacey? I don't
Well,
think
sure, I will. I had an elderly lady come into the car dealership. I was brand new in the car business. I went out and waited on this elderly lady. She was probably 80, and she had just come from the Ford dealership down the street. She asked me to help her, and I said, sure, I will. I just hope I can answer all your questions, you know, because I knew I was green. I wanted to apologize up front. Mm-hmm. And she says, just don't try to upsell me. Well, I didn't know what upsell was back then. And she said the Ford dealership found out I was over an 800 credit score. They tried to sell me a $30,000 vehicle. Nowadays, $30,000 ain't a whole lot. But back then, you could buy the best thing on the lot for that. And I said, so ma'am, what kind of car do you want? She goes, I just want a little basic 4-door car. And I said, something like this? It was a little Chevy Cavalier. She goes, do you have it in a different color than this ugly green? I said, well, of course I do. So I showed her a couple cars. We went on a test drive. She bought it. And she thanked me. She went to my general manager's office and thanked him for me. And this was like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I get a message paging me over the intercom, Frankie, come to your desk. And I did, and it was that lady. She had a gift bag, had 2 dozen cookies, and it had a name tag. It says Frankie Campbell, my friend in the car business. That's where I got my slogan from, the whole 9 yards. And for the whole time I was in Missouri, I sold her family, grandkids, the whole 9 yards.
That's awesome.
Yep. And
That's a great story.
Yeah, it is. I get a little bit teary-eyed every time I talk about it.
Yeah.
I love that story.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how something can kind of have a ripple effect for so long. Something as small as selling a car, or like not as small as selling a car, but as meeting her that day had such a ripple effect.
Have you ever heard the old saying, Jacey, it's meant to be?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could have got a big old butt head for my first customer, and that would have discouraged me, and maybe I wouldn't have done it. Maybe I would have went back to work at the grocery store, but this is all I desire to do. Everybody says, well, what are you going to do after you retire? I'm probably going to try to stay on at the car dealership, work part-time.
Yeah.
You know?
If it makes you happy.
I love it.
Uncle Andy's Digest is turning 30, and you're invited to celebrate with us. Join us Friday, May 22nd from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn Auburn Riverwatch for a night of celebration. For 3 decades, Uncle Andy's Digest has been Central Maine's community-focused monthly advertising publication. connecting local businesses with loyal readers. Enjoy 90s music from Palo Entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and recognition of our longest-running advertisers, and much more. Find all the details in the latest issue of Uncle Andy's and on Facebook. We can't wait to see you there.
Do you prefer your last name pronounced Campbell?
Yeah. In Missouri, it's Campbell.
All right, Campbell. Gotcha. All right, Frankie, as you know, our final segment of the show is called 3 Random Questions, where Jacey and I are going to ask you questions that have nothing to do with selling cars. We're just trying to get to know you a little better as a member of our community. Frankie, do you believe that money can buy happiness?
No.
Why is that?
Well, because you could have all the money in the world and not have any friends, family. Ever since I moved back to Maine, my cousin Deanna, we kind of grew up together. And until I was 6 and I moved, she was kind of like my everything, my favorite cousin, the whole 9 yards. And when I was in Missouri, I lost all my family members, and she talked me into coming back to Maine and welcomed me into the family. And she gives me a whole new outlook in life. I got family again. Yeah. And, if you got family, and you got enough money to get by, that's so be it, As long as I can pay my bills and go out and have fun and have family time, I'll die happy.
Yeah. All right, Jacey, what do you got?
What do you do when you need some inspiration?
Well, I got a few friends that's very positive people. Plus, on my Facebook, I read inspirational stuff every morning. Mm-hmm. And I try to talk to people that's smarter than me and that's happy-go-lucky and loving life, and that helps me. Just like going to our BNI group, Yeah. Those people are pretty inspirational.
Frankie, if memory serves, you are a pretty big baseball fan?
Pretty big sports fan.
Sports fan. What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport's probably baseball, but I really love watching football. Here's a little story if we got time.
We got time.
Well, in Missouri, I was a season ticket holder for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'll always love the St. Louis Cardinals.
Baseball or football?
Baseball. I was a football fan, too.
But they did have a team back in the day from St. Louis.
St. Louis Cardinals,
right?
Yeah. They were St. Louis Cardinals. Then Bill Bidwell moved them to Arizona.
Yep.
And then they got the Rams.
Yep.
And then Stan Kroenke, the jerk that he is, moved them back to L.A.
Yeah.
When the Rams left town, that following year, the Kansas City Chiefs signed 2 free agents, Joe Montana and Marcus Allen. And they had Derek Thomas, and I instantly fell in love with them. They went to the playoffs that year. Then 2 years later, they drafted a snot-nosed kid named Pat Mahomes. And
you don't like Pat?
Oh, I love Pat Mahomes. But nobody knew who he was until that senior year. And then when they drafted him, then, Andy Reid got there, and they just built that team, and it was a great team. My first day here, I went to the Gridiron. After my cousin Deanna took me to church, went to the Gridiron and had my Travis Kelce jersey on. And I walk into the Gridiron, and I said, what's up with all this Tom Brady bull? And because I wasn't a Tom Brady or Bill Belichick fan because, Airgate.
Yeah,
and I was against the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a big fan. And Kim's daughter, Izzy, says, my mom ain't going to like you very much. And, well, I met Kim. And anyway, last year in the draft party, not this past year, but the year before, they drafted Will Campbell, the offensive lineman. And I said, yes. I said, I'd probably wear me a Patriots jersey with Campbell on the back.
Yeah.
Well, Kim got me a jersey.
Stop.
So
awesome.
I am a new Patriots fan.
All right. Now I'm confused because you refer to him as Will Campbell, but you call yourself Frankie Campbell.
Well, because I don't have the Campbell in I'm still got the Missouri accent. Campbell here is pronounced Campbell.
I've always pronounced it Campbell.
Well, that's my grandfather.
I'm wrong.
Said it was Campbell.
Okay. Well,
maybe I'm wrong, Mark.
Well, the thing is, we're going to pronounce your name however you want it
I
pronounced.
don't care.
Mark's
Peck
confused.
pudding, whatever.
Should we let Jacey decide?
Let Jacey decide. Then we got somebody to blame. What do you prefer, Jacey?
What is it? C-A-M.
P-B-E-L-L, just like soup.
Yeah, I would say Campbell. I know someone with that last name. I've always said Campbell.
But if you watch a Campbell soup
yeah,
commercial, it's Campbell.
yeah.
All right.
I guess it goes either way, whatever.
Yeah,
Man.
it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, now my brain hurts. Let me ask you this. Since you are such a big sports fan, if you could attend any sporting event in history and have the best seats in the house, what would it be and why?
Super Bowl.
Which one?
Oh, which Super Bowl?
Yeah.
The year that Kurt Warner won the Super Bowl and with the greatest show on turf.
Gotcha.
Because for 1 year, people, around here thinks I'm crazy, but for 1 year, that was the greatest football team of all time.
Oh, sure. And they had, correct me if I'm wrong, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Marshall Falk.
Yep. They had Ricky Prohl.
Yeah.
Ricky Big Game Prohl. Their defense was one of the best ever.
Incredible.
They had a kicker who could kick 60-yard field goals. Not that they used him very often.
Right, because they were busy scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, Kurt Warner, those wide receivers they had made him one of the great quarterbacks because all he had to do is throw it up.
Yep.
Somebody would run under it, catch it.
They were incredible. Good one.
was.
So, best seats in the house, where would you be sitting at that Super Bowl?
50-yard line.
50-yard line?
Yep,
Like halfway up, or what are we talking?
About 10 rows up right behind the Rams.
All right.
That way you could watch Dick Vermeil.
Yeah.
He's a hothead.
He was.
Yes,
He
he
was
was a great
I
coach.
remember Dick Vermeil when he coached the Philadelphia Eagles
Oh, yeah.
back in the 80s.
Well, have you ever watched that movie about them?
Oh, the one with Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah, they say that's the way Dick was.
Yeah. It was fun taking a trip down memory lane with you, Frankie.
Well,
JC has no idea what we're talking about, but JC's concentrating on her golf game right now.
Yeah,
she has no time for
No, I have no
I think
time
me
for
and
all of
Jason
this
need to go out and play golf because then her feelings won't get hurt.
Yeah.
Because I'm horrible.
I don't know how I am. I haven't played in like 3 years, so.
Have you been down to Tabor's or Roy's and get your putting and your driving down?
I haven't yet.
You can practice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear the aftermath of that day.
I don't think it's gonna be great. I have a really good feeling that I'm going to hate it.
Oh, you won't. Just go into it with the mindset that regardless of what happens, you're going to have fun.
Yeah.
Do not try to compare yourself to people who have been
Anybody
playing
else.
for years and years and years.
Yeah.
You. So if
Yeah.
I go to play 9 holes of golf, I use the bright orange balls. That way you can find them in the woods.
Yeah.
And then I usually have to take 24 balls.
Yeah, same. You and I should go, actually, the three of us should go
should.
golfing sometime.
Can we bring someone that knows what they're doing?
No. Now, what fun would that be?
Oh, yeah. We don't want to be embarrassed.
We don't want to learn
We sure,
anything.
don't
Yeah,
want,
come on.
we sure don't want Chad Hopkins going with us.
That's right. Chad will laugh his way around the course.
Yeah, he was talking this morning that he read a thing that somebody put on his website of him teaching a guy how to play golf, and now this guy's like a scratch golfer.
Wow.
And it's not too far down the road, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to spend some money with Chad.
Frankie, it has been a pleasure having you in today. Thanks so much for your time.
It made my day.
We appreciate you, buddy. Go online to K&R autosales.com and ask for your friend in the car business, Frankie Campbell.
You
Have a
guys are
great
the
day.
greatest.
Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com. Have you talked to Pam about golf? Pam's really good.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I just, this morning, he came to me this morning as soon as I got here. He was like, you want to play? That's